Hey, I'm Josh Henry with Church.com. Today's church question is, should a pastor know the giving of his local congregation? Now, my immediate answer to that is a resounding yes. Obviously, there are some nuances to that, but for the most part, there's a very strong reasoning why the pastor should know. I've heard this argument for a long time. I've heard a number of different ways, both from both sides, both from pastors themselves, but also from leadership and elders and deacons and things like that of the church. However, I would contend giving is a spiritual discipline. Giving is a part of a believer's walk in growth in their relationship with Jesus. And as the person that is helping believers along their walk with the Lord, giving is a piece of that journey. And if a pastor doesn't know or feels like he's not allowed to know, he's taken a big a loss of knowing the complete picture of that person. Again, I've heard lots of stories. I've heard it all. And for the pastors, to their defense, in a lot of cases, they are worried that they will treat people differently knowing they're giving. That if they know they're a strong giver, they might feel like they would give preferential treatment to that person or something like that. But I'd also contend the opposite might be true, in that if you've got a person in your church that's, let's just call them the squeaky wheel, that person that always has a problem, that's always complaining, always has something to say about your message, what you do, how the church operates, things like that, you might want to know if they're a giver or not. I would say there's a good chance they are not a giver. And I would take their comments and their criticism and everything with that weight in mind. They're not a stakeholder. It also helps you when to know in the situations of your leadership. I would contend you need to know as a pastor, people who are in ministry positions, whether or not they are givers or not. At the very least, those are the ones you should know. If pastor, if you don't want to know the actual individual giving, somebody needs to know that you trust and that can speak to you with general answers. Yes, they are a giver. No, they're not a giver. Yes, it is an amount that would be consistent with a tithe. No, it's not an amount that would be consistent with a tithe. Or hey, this person's giving has changed X percentage over the last time period. So there you have it. A good answer to consider. I'd be interested to see the comments and carry a conversation on this topic. But that is our church answers for today. Again, I'm Josh Henry, SimplifyChurch.com.